What we've got here is failure to communicate.
Memes are the pictographic reduction of social, political, or philosophical observations made from a particular point of view, as a reaction to the cultural forces in opposition to it. Because they are reduced, then encoded from complex and often abstract socio-political concepts, they require a linguistic intelligence that is flexible and willing to expand itself, capable of collating, then comprehending sophisticated ideations that have been simplified to the level of a single pictograph. Therefore, the more developed or creative the socio-political intelligence behind the meme, the greater the information conveyed by it. When comparing the alt-right and liberal leftist languages, one immediately observes a drastic difference in their complexity, levity, and innovation. Simply put, the alt-right has a PhD in linguistics, while the left has yet to enter grade school. Qualifiers for this assertion may be seen while discriminating between each language's scope, actual data transmitted, and creativity utilized for the memes themselves. This has enabled the new right to control the digital narrative in almost all of the battlegrounds in which discourse has been allowed. And nothing strikes fear into the overlords of digital space and the liberal left agenteurs representing them than these victories by guerrilla memes. But more importantly, it underscores a profound difference in the operating abilities of the dogmatic leftist hive mind and the innovative asymmetrical right-leaning mind. To put it more concisely, left-wing memes can be described as incoherent, repackaged pictograms lifted from previously used alt-right memes, then combined with mainstream cultural motifs. They are inconsistent as a linguistic conveyance, possessing little in the way of a grammar or any internal structure that can be built upon. Furthermore, liberal left memes, if they can be even described as such, are inexorably linked to the ideas that govern them, political correctness, and the cultural Marxist ideology that defines it. They must therefore be constricted by the rhetoric behind these, which diminishes their pictographic library, disables linguistic growth, while limiting the memes to mundane irony at best. It must be noted here that one of the hallmarks of alt-right memetics is the sophisticated level of satire it can achieve. Satire being the complex, intellectually sophisticated development which arises from the base, puerile sense of irony. Satire affirms life. Irony negates it. If anything, this is the quintessential distinction between right and left, and it is through memes that one can distinguish this so lucidly. Alt-right memes flow together in the way tropes do in European languages, turning images into figures of speech. They use nuance and subtlety of detail, which are open to an interchange of meanings dependent on when and where they are used. These memes have an organic, almost fractal growth pattern immediately upon insertion onto the web. And although Pol and 4chan possess a high traffic for such interactions, the contact points have become legion, and this is greatly disconcerting to the gatekeepers. When the fake news counter-meme was injected like a virus into the cultural narrative just prior to the US election between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, it quickly became clear that it was a desperate attempt by the political mainstream to neutralize not only alternative sources of digital information, but to disengage the general population from future interactions with alt-right memes entering the public lexicon. Because these memes were unfiltered, unaccompanied by the left-wing liberal bias usually assigned to such information in an interpretive capacity, the digital and political elites simply could not use them as propaganda for public consumption. So, what does such desperation suggest, now exemplified by the crackdowns on YouTube, Gulag, and Facebook? It indicates that these elites are aware that their global designs are slipping through their fingers, and that the creative forces stemming from new ideas and the memetic languages deriving from these have the vital power of truth behind them, and nothing less than God's own hand can stop this now.